Page 172. Appendix 1. Rules. Obedience. The submissive will obey any instructions given by the dominant immediately without hesitation or reservation and in any expeditious manner. The submissive will agree to any sexual activity deemed fit and pleasurable by the dominant, except in those activities that are outlined in Hard Limits, Appendix 2. She will do so eagerly and without hesitation. Sleep. The submissive will ensure she achieves a minimum of 8 hours sleep a night when she's not with the dominant. Food. The submissive will eat regularly to maintain her health and well-being from a prescribed list of foods, Appendix 4. The submissive will not snack between meals with the exceptions of fruit. Clothes. During the term, the submissive will wear clothing only approved by the dominant. The dominant will provide a clothing budget for the submissive, which the submissive shall utilize. The dominant shall accompany the submissive to purchase clothing on an ad hoc basis. If the dominant so requires, the submissive shall, during the term, wear adornments the dominant shall require, in the presence of the dominant and any other time the dominant deems fit. Exercise. The dominant shall provide the submissive with a personal trainer 4 times a week in hour-long sessions at times to be mutually agreed between the personal trainer and the submissive. The personal trainer will report to the dominant on the submissive progress. Personal hygiene/beauty. The submissive will keep herself clean and shaven and or waxed at all times. The submissive will visit a beauty salon of the dominant's choosing at times to be decided by the dominant and undergo whatever treatments the dominant sees fit. All costs will be met by the dominant. Personal safety. The submissive will not drink to excess, smoke, take recreational drugs, or put herself in any unnecessary danger. Personal qualities. The submissive will not enter in any sexual relations with any other than the dominant. The submissive will conduct herself in a respectful and modest manner at all times. She must recognize that her behavior is a direct reflection on the dominant. She shall be held accountable for any misdeeds, wrongdoings, and misbehavior committed when not in the presence of the dominant. Failure to comply with any of those will result in immediate punishment, the nature of which shall be determined by the dominant. Appendix 2. Hard Limits. No acts involving fire play, no acts involving urination or defecation and the products thereof. No acts involving needles, knives, cutting, piercings or blood. No acts involve gynecology, medical instruments, gynecology. No acts involving children or animals. No acts that will leave any permanent marks on the skin. No acts involving breath control. No acts that involves the direct contact of electrical current, whether alternating or direct, fire or flames to the body. Appendix 3. Soft limits. To be discussed and agreed between both parties. Does the submissive consent to masturbation, cunnilingus, fellatio, swollen semen, vaginal intercourse, vaginal fisting, anal intercourse, anal fisting? The submissive consists of the use of vibrators, butt plugs, dildos, other vaginal anal toys. Does the submissive consent to bondage with ropes, bondage with leather cuffs, bondage with handcuffs, shackles, malices? Bondage with tape, bondage with other. Does submissive consent to be restrained with hands bound in front, ankles bound, elbows bound, hands bound behind the back, knees bound, wrists bound to ankles, binding to fixed items, furniture, etc., binding with a spider bar suspension? The submissive consists to be blindfolded. Does the submissive consist to be gagged? How much pain is the submissive willing to experience? Whether 1 is less lightly and 5 is dislikely intensely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The submissive consists to accept the following forms of pain/punishment/discipline: spanking, whipping, biting, genitalia clamps, hot wax, paddling, canning, nipple clamps, ice, other types of methods of pain. Holy fuck! I can't bring myself to even consider the food list. I swallow hard, my mouth dry, and I read it again. My head is buzzing. How can I possibly agree to all this? And apparently, it's all for my benefit to explore my sensuality. My limit, safety. Oh, please, I scoff angrily. Serve and obey in all things? All things? I shake my head in disbelief. Actually, don't. The marriage vows use those words. Obey? This throws me. Do couples still say that? Only 3 months. Is that what they have been so many? He doesn't keep them for long. Or have they had enough after 3 months? Every weekend? That's too much. I'll never see Kate or whatever friends I make at my new job, providing I get one. Perhaps I should have 1 weekend a month to myself. Perhaps when I have my period, that sounds practical. He's my master. I'm to be dealt with as he pleases. Holy shit. I shudder at the thought of being flogged or whipped. Spanking probably wouldn't be so bad. Humiliating, though, and tied up. Well, he did tie my hands together. That was, well, it was hot, really hot, so perhaps that won't be so bad. He won't loan me to another dominant. Damn right, he won't. That would be totally unacceptable. Why am I even thinking about this? I can't look at him in the eyes. How weird is this? The only way I have ever had any chance of seeing what he's thinking. Actually, who am I kidding? I never knew what he was thinking, but I like looking into his eyes. His beautiful eyes, captivating, intelligent, deep and dark. Dark with a dominant secrets. I recall his burning, smoky gaze and press my thighs together, screaming. I can't touch him. Well, no surprise there. And those silly rules. No, I can't do this. I put my head in my hands. There is no way to have a relationship. I need some sleep. I'm shattered. All the physical shenanigans I've been engaged in over the last 24 hours have been frankly exhausting. And mentally, oh man, this is so much to handle. And Josie would say, a real mindfuck. Perhaps in the morning this might not read like a bad joke. I scramble up and change quickly. Perhaps I should borrow Kate's pink flannel pyjamas. I want something cuddly and reassuring around me. I head to the bathroom in my t-shirt and sleep shorts and brush my teeth. I stare at myself in the bathroom. You can't seriously be considering this. My subconscious sounds sane and rational, not her usual snarky self. My inner goddess is jumping up and down, clapping her hands like a 5-year-old. Please, let's do this. Otherwise, you'll end up alone with lots of cats and your classic novels to keep you company. The only man I've ever been attracted to, and he comes with a bloody contract, a flogger, and a whole world of issues. Well, at least I get my way this weekend. My inner goddess stomps, jumping up and smiles secretly. Oh yes, she mouths, nodding at me smugly. I flush at my memory of his hands and his mouth on me, his body inside of me, closing my eyes. I feel the familiar, delicious pull of my muscles from deep, deep down. I want to do that again and again. Maybe if I just sign up for the sex, would he go with that? I suspect not. And am I a submissive? Maybe I'll come across that way. Maybe I misled him in the interview. I'm shy, yes, but submissive? I let Kate bully me into the same, and those soft limits, geez. My mind boggles, but I'm rest assured that they are up for discussion. I wander back into my bedroom. This is too much to think about.